Good morning from Yummy B TV. Wishing you all well, sending plenty of love your way as usual. We go live tonight to discuss a variety of things. Firstly, I was asked to clarify something on my recent interview video with Jamie Croxson. Jamie Croxson, of course, we know, was my old mate Del Croxson's son, rest in peace Del, who sadly passed away whilst in a prison environment. Right now, the thing that you're asking for the clarification that was mentioned in that interview was that Jamie said categorically that sadly two former bestie friends fell out, ending with clinically saying by Jamie that his dad Del took Barry Dalton out, meaning that he allegedly killed him. Of course, Jamie wasn't there, but Uncle Yummy tells you, kind of 90% conclusively today, the build up to those final moments. Now, for the 6 weeks prior, right? Because remember, they were having little running feuds, plus there was people stirring it up in the background. We won't say who they were. They'd met a couple of times before with Barry suggesting to Del and saying kind of things that you would have thought he would have known better than to say to Del, especially regarding substances and drugs and that, and ways of talking that could be deemed as disrespectful. In fact, some of it probably bordered more on, belittling Del Croxson. He'd be a brave man to do that, especially with what Barry knew about Del Croxson. We were allowed to say this, and so that build-up going on for a few weeks now. Apparently, allegedly, there's a final phone call, and it's strange how it could go this way, because if you think about the phone and Barry probably out of his nut saying, yeah, don't worry, we'll all come to the fore one day, and I'm not scared of you, and I'll give as good as I can get, and that kind of stuff. That they meet up in a vehicle. I'm believing it was outside, not far from Alexandra Palace, one of those places of, where people used to go and party at one of those palaces, right? So I think that was the location, because Barry Dalton was found slumped over the car wheel, right? Now, on getting there, so if Del's turning up with a tool, right, which is probably what happened, right, a shotgun, now, I believe. Now, Barry Dalton's also turning up on the meet with a tool, but they meet, they get in the car, Del gets in the back, he's in the front, Barry pulls out his gun straight away. Boom. So Del thinking, if Del would come to finish him off, was he waiting for him to drive somewhere else, or did he have it planned to do it, to just take it out after he listened to what Barry had to say? Or, we don't know, we're surmising here. But obviously, to me, it looks like Barry's drawn first. So they might have met up, both of them not trusting each other. We'll both go with guns, and then Barry straight away, as he gets into the car, draws first. So that outs if Del's got any plans to blow his head off, if you get what I mean. So that would have been how I would see it from all the evidence and the people that were around to the build up to the final showdown. So he pulls it out, but he doesn't use it. Del gets a chance to take his shotgun out. Sadly, blows his head off. Now, we don't promote violence on Yummy B TV, and I can't speak any way about the dead whatsoever. They're both past now, but it's very realistic to say that when you pull out something, what would you have achieved by pulling out the gun first but not using it on a man like Del? I just don't get it. And then you pull out yours and you've still got yours, but you still didn't fire. Maybe they probably loved each other deep down, and maybe Barry didn't want to pull the trigger first, and he was just showing him that he's not scared of him, that if he messed with me, but both of them probably using around that time. But then Del, being a man that I know, many others know, that you're going to pull it out like that, and listen to what you're going to say, then, you look at that old Western, when you remember when he said, when he was in the bath, Tuku, in the good, the bad and the ugly, he said, when you have to shoot, don't talk, because a man walked in, he's got him in the bath, and he's about to pull the trigger, but he wants to give a big speech before he shoots him. And then, of course, Tuku's in the bath and he's asleep. He's got the gun in, like, hidden in there, and he fires from there and gives that kind of talk there. So I would have, because, you know what I mean, best thing is, two friends, what a sad ending. To even, you know what I mean, you pulling it out probably half-heartedly, and Del Croxson going through that terrible phase that he was going on, betrayed, let down, other people saying this and saying that. This is exactly what I'm saying. And it ends, sadly, once again, from a life that's been so unkind to everyone, and leaves a lot of sons and daughters without a parent. And that's probably the best way that I could break it down, if you get what I mean. I'm coming up, I'm going to do an Andrew Malkinson video, but also I will be going live tonight.